Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house, bringing another great edition of Black Ops from me to you, because that's what I do. Split move. Oh, did you see that split move? See that a lot of YouTube commentators will never go over that situation because they won't know how to handle it, or I've never heard no one ever even talk about it. Now what that is like a lot of times you'll come up against a team and they'll split you. There'll be two guys, one will be long, one will be short. Who do you shoot? That's the question, and it takes a lot of time to learn that technique to take out splits. You know, what I can tell you is this: is that an interesting fact. The angle in which you see from side to side on the screen, from left to right, right to left, is between 35 and 45 degrees. I don't know the exact angle. And you'll notice why my patented, see now these guys split, I took the guy on the front, dip, and then take this guy. The reason I dipped, to see if that guy would react to me killing the first guy, which he didn't. So it tells me he's not looking at his mini-map. Now watch this part. I dipped behind the screen, two guys split the tires again. I should have took the guy that ran in the front and then dip back to kill the guy in front of the rocket and then come around and kill the guy from the tires. But I didn't do that. But what will happen is, in the dip move, when I show you how to do the dip move where I'm running straight and then it looks like the character, when you're looking at the character and you see the enemy, remember the characters don't run and their heads don't look left to right. When they're running, they run straight, so their head looks straight. So when you look at the character or the enemy and the character on the screen, your assumption is in real life that that guy can't see you. But in all reality, if he's running a straight 180, he could see like 30 degrees from left to right. I would say not 30, but split 45 in half, and that's like, you know, 22 degrees on either side. So he has some type of peripheral vision. So in order to catch the split, you have to make sure that that character's face is at least looking farther than 22 degrees. You know, 22 degrees, and that's where you know you can't get caught by the dip move. And I have an example of that. I should show it to you. It's pretty amazing. I throw a flashbang, didn't see nobody. I climb up the ladder, and all of a sudden this guy's shooting at me, and I jump off the ladder, spin move, and shoot the guy. It's pretty amazing. I might put it at the I will put it at the end of the video. I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you that clip at the end of this video, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Where, you know, it wasn't in my vision, and that's the thing. And it takes time to learn the split move when people split on you. Who do you shoot at? You know, do you shoot at the guy in the front, the guy in the back? You know, this is stuff that takes time to learn. And when you're running up behind multiple targets, you always want to shoot the guy in the back, the last guy in the line, and then work your way up to the front. You don't want to shoot the guy in front of you and then the guy behind him sees you shooting him and then he turns on you and then you mess up. Always take the enemy that is the closest running away from you, and always take the enemy that is shooting, or always shoot at the enemy that's facing you that's the closest, because the guy that's shooting from the farthest is going to have a harder time to kill you unless it's a sniper. And that's just based on a rushing gameplay. Now that's a lot of times people are not going to tell you this stuff. So, you know, these are important gameplay facts that I'm giving you on my channel that you'll never ever hear other people talk about. And, you know, they're always, you know, off in la la land. And my whole intentions of starting a YouTube channel was to show you my gameplay and improve your game. And that was my whole intentions. I think the only person that has an older YouTube channel than me is Chris Smooth. I looked at his channel. He started his channel 3 months earlier than me, 2006. I mean, I started doing gameplays on Battlefield 2 and Mortal Kombat 2 for the PS3. And that was a long time ago. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty amazing. So, big props to him. I think, you know, he sent me some messages back in the day, and I really didn't know who he was, and I got, like, in an argument with him through some emails. I didn't really know. I thought it was maybe somebody was chastising me. I don't remember it, but I do remember his picture. Like, I can remember the picture. And I don't know if he was like, yo, let's do a dual con, but it was back in the day, and people were like, yo, you guys should get together. And I just was like, I was just dumb to the whole YouTube scene thing, you know. I was just making videos to be making videos to help people get better, and I really didn't expect anything out of it. And then, you know, I was one of the Actually, I was one of the people who actually got recruited by the main people at Machinima. You know, I think I was like maybe the same time as you know, Hutch and all those other guys, but I really didn't understand the process of putting up the videos. I didn't put up a video on Machinima until like 4 or 5 months after they recruited me. So I didn't get it. You know, I didn't really understand what it meant. That's the whole thing. So yeah, I've been around for a while, and you know, maybe sometimes I speak my mind, and you know, and a lot of people hate me and they think I'm arrogant. But in all truth matters, you know, here's the thing. You know, I really reserve judgment on people until I meet them. Like, you know what? I was like, oh, I wasn't like when I went to go to California and Only Use Me Blade was going to be there. I was like, oh, I don't like this guy. You know, just on the fact that, you know, I just didn't like him because I thought he was arrogant, and you know, and he's like, oh, you know, PS3 player, blah blah blah, and I was like, I don't like him. But then when we got down there, man, that dude is man. Me and him was super chill. We drank together. We did some things. You know, we cool ass dude. So that's, you know, and I'm sure they felt the same way about me. So that's the thing I want to tell you guys. You know, it's like the perception you get on YouTube is completely different when you meet somebody in person. And I feel the same way. You know, if a lot of people met me in person, they would understand that, like, you know, YouTubers are persona, and some people are the opposite of what they are on YouTube. Like, some people, you think they're cool and chill, and then you meet them and they're like totally douchebags. But if you think they're a total douchebag on YouTube, and then you meet them and then they're totally cool, and you're like, it's the total opposite. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this beautiful gameplay with the G11. Try to get up my second gold gun gameplay soon. Until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace! So here's what I'm talking about. Getting caught in his peripheral vision. Getting caught in that peripheral vision view. Like 45 degrees. I even checked. Switched over. And then I felt the bullets hitting me. And right here you see I'll throw the check for the flashbang. I checked the room. See, this is how you check a room. You check a room with a flashbang. And then I should have seen this guy, but... And then he appears peripherally. So we're on 45 degrees. That's what you gotta learn. Anyways, till next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace out.